G'day everyone, welcome to some more tournament action in PuzzleCombat with Governor here. I am going to be a little bit short and sweet with you today, I'm going to be honest. I started doing the recording and then realised that I've only got 13% battery left, so we have no time to dilly-dally and muck around, so let's just dive straight into it. So it is a 5-star buff booster, no yellow tournament, which means you can't bring yellow heroes along, and it also means that any buff that you create for your team will grant a 20% attack for your team members. So yeah, it's pretty much all there is to it. So my defense team, you can see it here. I have gone a bit of a, I don't know, maybe a little bit oblique route to it. So we've got some buff stacking in there. So we've got Ksenia, who deals out 2 buffs to all allies in the form of the charge generation and the heal over time. We've got Giles, who deals out 2 more buffs in the form of an attack buff and a defense buff. And he also does a passive stack where they get additional charge generation, which pairs nicely with Ksenia's charge generation. We've also got Ayumi in there, who deals out an extra buff to herself and nearby allies in the form of the counter-attack buff. And then finally, we've got Krampus for buff stealing, because why not just mess with the enemy team and steal their buffs? And then we've got Darkskull, who is pretty much the only out-and-out damage dealer in this setup. I was toying with either using Darkskull or maybe chucking in Unicorn for DOA 5, but I ended up going with Darkskull. Just, I don't know, he's got more damage output, I guess, onto 3 enemies, and that ailment is pretty hefty as well. So that's my defense team. It's been not very long in the tournament, so I don't think I've actually been attacked yet. Yeah, no attacks. All right, so that's my defense team and my logic behind it. So let's crack into this. So it is a no yellow tournament, so I do expect to see a lot of purple defenses. We are a little bit lucky here to start off with a green tank. So I'm going to ditch. What are we going to do? We're going to probably keep the 3 reds. I'll probably get rid of Panzer. I'm going to chuck in Giles. Actually, let's go with... Yeah, we'll go with Giles, and we might throw in... who is going to be a good buff booster hero? Krampus. So we'll go Giles and Krampus, and we'll go a 3-2 setup, I think. This is sorted by family. Derp-a-derp. There we go. Giles and Krampus. So we'll go speed gun and speed or dodge. Maybe go dodge, crit accuracy, and speed is fine. All right, see what happens. So what do we got? 12% battery left. We can do this. We can smash out these hits. We've used 1% for all of that talking. So we got choices, which is nice to have on an opening board. So we can either do match 3 green at the top here, or we can do match 3 green and red here at the bottom, or we can do match 3 with one of the tiles going to the left. And I think I'm going to do this and hope for one more red tile. There we go. That was beautiful. I was actually hoping for the red grenade 1 turn earlier, but we got there a turn later anyway. So we'll pick up Giles. Giles is going to give me out that attack and defense buff, so we can see that attack stats there on Bunraku. I'll have to actually look at this because Bun gives out an attack buff which will overwrite Giles. That's alright, we'll see what happens with it. Alright, no buffs to steal, so I'll just do it as damage for now, and then we'll just carry on with my tiles. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, I think I'm going to ditch Bunraku. Or maybe I'll ditch Giles, but Giles does the charge generation. Sorry, I'm trying to think for the next team, because what I've just didn't really pay much attention to it. But Giles gives an attack buff, which is % based, which is the better form of attack buff. But Bunraku does a static attack buff of plus 140 or whatever it is, which is, as I said, the lesser version of attack buffing. Reason it's lesser is like 140 attack buff roughly works out to be about 16% attack buff, which compared to the 40% Giles gives is not great. Alright, this kind of solves some of my problem, I guess, with purple setup. So maybe I take Giles out and we go in with... I don't want to go another red hero. Maybe I go in with Doodle. We really should have some healing in that team. I didn't really think about the fact that I had no healing in that last team at all. Or maybe we go... No, Doodle does 1 buff to all. There's no yellows, but there's purples, but I can't use Doc Colton. I was going to say Doc Colton would be great because he gives out an attack bonus against purples, but I can't use attack him anyway. Alright, let's just go with the speed gun. I'll rather take the extra speed than the minor damage from the Igni Flashpoint. Alright, what do we got here? So we got purple tiles, which is a good option. I've also got a blue match, which interestingly is the suggested match, which is probably going to be the best match. So that's going to grant me the purples on a 2x and then cascade in the yellows as well. Grant me some reds, and then what's next? I think maybe we do this to pick up the reds on a cascade rather than on a single tile. Do that. Hopefully don't charge Sato. We did charge Sato, that's right, we can cleanse it away. Target's Doodle, that's a little bit rude. Let's just do this, I suppose. That should charge some of my reds, one of them. Alright, we'll go that, and then we'll pop this, and that should get me the rest of my reds charged. So we'll go one, and I'm going to keep targeting the left side here, mainly because the left side's the side with the healer on it. So if I can get rid of the healer, then we're in a much better situation battle-wise. This should kill Umbra. Nope, we got a miss. That's alright, Umbra can fire once. We'll flip that around, give it back to them, take the blue, and some extra purples. Who do we hit? Doodle again. Not getting many red tiles. Geesh, I'm doing well with my English at the moment. Let's go that way. Not the most ideal move, but I've got a red ghost now that I can make, which we'll take, and we'll just take the purples into a ghosted lane as well. And I'm just going to quickly fire that too, just to pop off a little bit of damage. Do that, I suppose. Alright, some red tiles. Not the best positioning for them, but would have been better if they were in a kill position, but ghosting also works nicely. Let's do this, and then this should kill Roxy. Yep. And then we should be able to finish off with some reds now. Yeah, we'll get this nice and easy now. There we go. That's the kill. 2 wins. Off to a good start. Glad I realised that I didn't have any healing, because I definitely needed it that time around. Ooh, triptych. I'm certain that's not the pronunciation, but it's how I've sort of read it in my head. So, Triptych's a DOA 3 purple hitter who does bonus damage against yellow, which is a little bit interesting, seeing as there's no yellow heroes. And also doesn't actually do any buffs, which is also interesting as the tank. But Warlock is in the wing. I don't rate Warlock very highly, so I'm not too worried about him. So we're going to stick with the red stack, seeing as we've got 2 green enemies. And I'll stick in with Doodle and Krampus anyway. Hopefully steal some of Aviana's buffs, because she gives out an attack buff, a defense buff, and like she doesn't do armor over time. I think she just does straight up armor. Alright, so we killed Triptych already. I suppose we'll do this. Warlock's doing a healing ailment, but it's like 2% or something, so not at all concerned about it either. Even at maximum, it's not very much that it actually prevents you healing. I will target Emerald just to get rid of her. We'll go the heal. I'd like to kill Trip without using the purple tiles that are matched up underneath Aviana, because I'm hoping this will kill her. Yep, there we go. That was perfect. Then we'll take the red tiles onto Emerald, which will kill her. And now we've just got to finish off Powell as the last real threat to this defense team, because Warlock is not going to do too much to me. His damage is low, his burn is okay, but it doesn't make up for his low damage overall. So I did do a review video of Warlock up on the rest somewhere else on the channel, so feel free to track that one down and have a look if you so choose. So 3 from 3. I still don't think we won't have been attacked on defense surely in that time. Ooh, now we're starting to get serious. Hypernova. Now, I will say Hypernova is probably the best possible tank for this tournament format. Oh, we just went below 5%, so we'll hurry this along. Alright, 5%, 2 battles, no time for chip chat. So Hypernova is the best possible option for this tank. She gives off 2 buffs, one of which is a damage share, which is great for a tank position. Add to it that you can't use yellows, which are strong against her, and it does make her quite lethal in this tournament setting. So I'm sort of just trying to get some purple tiles matched up, and if I get them in this next turn, I should be okay, because I can now steal Hypernova's buff before she fires it. Now the trick's going to be getting some damage off on her before she fires again, but I don't think we'll get there. Yeah, so that's okay. We should be able to kill Hypernova with some red tiles in the interim, maybe. Let's do that. Hope for some reds. Come on, this is ridiculous. No red tiles, like at all. And I've not got any purple tiles matched up either. All right, we'll just go for it. We're gonna get blasted. We lose from this position. No red tiles really shafted me there, and I didn't have any options with the rest of the fight, and my phone is lagging out. We're down to 3%. I might have to cut this short before starting the last battle, so I apologize, but we are going to finish it after this fight. I'd rather have 4 fights done and not have the 5th one recorded than to have none of them saved. So thank you all for joining me. I'll post in the description of the video how this last fight goes, and we'll recap it tomorrow with the next day's battles. But until then, stay safe, good luck, and happy gaming. Cheers, bye!